Hey guys, this is Jani from Newsweed, and I just was going to talk to you a little bit about the Sharman of the Lowcountry, who just happens to be my father. I don't know if you may have read the article, An Epic Battle Between Man and Beast, but it details his shark fishing experience and what it's like to actually battle one of these animals and reel them in. My father lives on Hilton Head Island, South Carolina, in a resort area, so he frequently travels between Hilton Head Island, Defusky Island, Tybee Island, and Hunting Island. He's been an avid fisherman all his life, and he absolutely loves the ocean. So once he settled in to living the island life, he started shark fishing. And when you go to these resort areas, you'll notice, a lot of people charter boats and they do offer shark fishing out on the islands. But the neat thing about the way my father does it is he stands on the beach. And he doesn't pull in little baby sharks. He stands on the beach and he pulls in 5 and 6 foot sharks, hammerheads, black tips, all different kinds. And it is pretty amazing because he'll go to a beach where there are hundreds of people swimming in the ocean, enjoying the day, having a wonderful time. And he'll throw that pole in and pull in a predator that's as big as any one of them. And they just don't have any idea that they're out there as close as they are. And that's one of the reasons I don't particularly swim in the ocean a lot. If the water is bright blue and I can see down to the bottom and I can see what's around me, I will. But for the most part, I don't do a lot of ocean swimming, even though I did grow up on an island and near the beach. Now I like country living and I live out in the country in Georgia. But I actually worked on Hilton Head Island for a while. One of my first jobs was with a tourist company there on Hilton Head Island, and we would go up into helicopters and we would take photographs for postcards and advertisements for timeshare resorts and things like that. And we go up into these glass bottom helicopters, which was a really, really neat experience in itself. But one of my jobs was when we got back, I was tasked with whiting out or deleting all of the shark fins that appeared in the photos because it would deter tourists from coming and staying and swimming in the ocean. At the time, I was pretty young and I really didn't think a lot about it. I was learning how the world worked and I just thought that's how it was done. Now I think that's a little shady, but it's something to consider, I guess, when you go on vacation and you go swimming and you visit the beach and you take your family to the ocean. You may want to do a little research first. One thing I've learned, my father studies the weather patterns. He studies the water temperature, the marine life. The ideal water temperature for sharks is about 72 degrees. That's when they come in closer to shore to feed. They like the springtime. That's prime weather. He goes out at low tide. He'll take some shrimp or something small, and he'll take a smaller pole and he will wade out to about his chest, about this high, and he'll throw it out, as far as he can, a pretty leisurely throw, and he'll let his line out and he'll walk back in and he'll catch something. And sometimes he'll catch a sea snake, sometimes he'll catch an eel or, different type of fish. Whatever he catches, he will bring it in and he will cut it up and he will use that for bait for his shark. Now his shark fishing pole is a giant white beast. It is about this thick around. It has a monstrous size reel, and it's too heavy really for me to even carry, but he throws this thing over his shoulder and he will wade out as far as he can get into the sea with his bloodied bait dripping off the back of it. And once he gets it cast where he wants it, he pretty much sprints back to shore because the sharks can smell that bait from at least a quarter mile off. Some studies suggest that they can smell it, closer to a mile. They have a very keen sense of smell, and the blood really draws them in. So I have been shark fishing with my father. It is usually a half a day experience. It's very relaxing at times, very exciting at times, and very entertaining. No matter where we go, even if we find a private beach and we fish off of the beach, by the time he battles a shark and reels it in, there is a crowd behind him. People will stop from the road to see what he is battling because that giant pole bent in the air and he's walking back and forth across the shoreline. Sometimes it'll be as little as 30 or 45 minutes. Sometimes it'll be as long as 2 or 3 hours. He will walk back and forth, battling this animal to get it in. Now, he never kills them, and he doesn't eat them. I think that's against the law anyway, to reel in a shark and just kill it. But that's not what he's about. He just enjoys the battle, and it is a massive, massive battle. There's been a few times he's lost his pole. I've seen him be dragged into the ocean. But some guys like to hunt, some guys like to work on cars or play pool. My father has always loved to fish, and shark fishing has just turned out to be his passion. That's what he enjoys. And I'm really glad that I've gotten to experience that with him. It's really opened my eyes to just finding some adventure in a lot of things that people really take for granted. And it's shown me that I need to research a little bit about the areas that I vacation in, or before I let my family go and swim someplace where they may be at the bottom of the food chain. There are, some factors that need to be considered because it can actually be dangerous. And I would have never thought in a million years that, an entire town would go to the lengths to white out, shark fins in the water to make sure that tourists still, visit the destination. But apparently that seems to be a very common practice in some spots. So next time you go to the ocean, you may want to do a little research first. But I've enjoyed talking to you, and I can't wait to talk to you again. Thanks.